Re-signed Bourne, good role player, cheap, great energy. All offseason, I was like, nah, he's going to get too much money on the open market. But now that I think about it, he's exactly the kind of guy who's going to get shut out this offseason. It might just come back, like, can I just get a 1-year deal for $2 million just to be in a familiar place and put up numbers and try again next year? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, first, Thatcher, actually, Grant, he does logos. He did the logo for my YouTube channel. So definitely give him a follow. Yeah, he's
appreciate you, Thatcher.
Cool. Yeah, he does an excellent job. So that's one thing. And two, I'm kind of with you. And the way I look at the receiver market, I'm having trouble seeing where Kendrick Bourne kind of fits in, because there's like 8 or 9 very, very good wide receivers that are free agents this year. And I don't know who's going to pay him and where the money's going to come from. Like, the Jets and the Patriots can't pay all these receivers. So who's paying the AJ Greens and the Marvin Jones, the guys?
Let's be honest. Like, how high on the Jets priority list would Kendrick Bourne be?
I don't think very high.
I mean, he's cool, but he's not going to be on the number one. He's not going to be any team's number one priority. Kyle Juszczyk probably be higher on a priority of the Jets than Bourne. So I actually think they might bring him back. But little side note, we were talking on the phone. We ended up not going with this topic, but someone brought it up. Is there any other wide receiver who might become a free agent this offseason who knows the system?
Yeah.
The Niners might be able to get for a cheap price.
Yeah, I think Emmanuel Sanders is the guy to watch out for. I think he's going to be a cap casualty in New Orleans. I mean, it's already been reported that he's going to be that. And I think that he had a very positive impact when he was here. I'm a big Emmanuel Sanders fan. I've been a fan for a long time. I think he's a pro's pro. And I think he's mastered all the subtle nuances to play the receiver position that not a lot of guys have mastered. And for that reason, I think that he would be a really good person to bring back as a veteran, as a guy who can be a deep threat, as a guy that, you have Ayuk and Debo, but you still need a guy that on 3rd and 5, game on the line, trust him. He'll get open, be at the right spot, and make the catch. And Emmanuel Sanders has always been that guy, and he'll continue to be that guy.
And also, you don't know what you have with Debo Samuel. He was basically MIA this last season. You're expecting he's going to have a bounce back year, but you don't know. Also, Brandon Ayuk, great rookie year. How many rookie wide receivers have we seen take a step back their second year just because they thought they had it all figured out? Doesn't mean they're a bad guy, just the sophomores. So, yeah, bring back Emmanuel Sanders if it costs you $3 million. It'd be a hell of an investment. And absolutely. I think what we're telling you is, and I've been mentioning it on this channel for the last couple of days, but there's going to be a bunch of guys who get cut that the Niners should be looking into. A lot of teams. You think the Niners have problems with their cap? $30 million in cap space is like a gold mine in 2021 because a lot of teams are like $100 million over. New Orleans.
The Niners have actually managed this the best of the good teams. The so-called good teams, they're actually in the best spot in terms of keeping themselves viable and comfortable and flexible. These other teams like the Rams, the Saints, all these other teams are really in terrible positions. And for that reason, I think there's also going to be a lot of Coach Johnston. You brought him on here. He's awesome. He DMs me too. And he and I were talking about, hey, like post June 1st, because you can clear a lot of cap. There's going to be a lot of cuts of some very, very good players. And the Niners can basically
a lot of trades quarterbacks too.
Right. And the Niners can basically go down the clearance rack and say, oh, Jason Kelce, the Eagles cut you because they didn't have money. Brandon Graham, the Eagles cut you because they didn't have money. 2 guys in positions that the 49ers need that are still very good players. Like,
that's the smart play this year. That's where you want to be shopping, not mid-March. The Niners going to probably have to sit out mid-March. You try to re-sign Trent Williams, but June 1st, that's when the Niners get involved. That's when the Seahawks will get involved. That's when the smart teams with a little bit of cap space will get great bargains, like Pro Bowlers who want just a 1-year. Hey, man,
I will say one thing though. Those veterans like that usually get cut usually want to go to the splash team of the offseason. And the Niners got to make one move in this offseason that gets them in that conversation for the splash team.